I bought this ficus tree in a garden center, not as a bonsai, just as some plants. So I planted them together and that's it. So right now, basically it's just a few long, tall sticks that don't really look like a bonsai, other than that it's planted in a small plastic bonsai container. Today we'll style this tree, and one of the first steps that I will do is to prune back these long trunks, because the end resulting tree will be much shorter, something like this. So right now it's November, which is a good time to style trees because they slow down a little bit. This is an indoor bonsai, or at least I keep it indoors. So I'm not really worried with timing all that much, but also indoors this tree slows down a little bit in winter just because the light intensity goes down. Today I'll prune and I'll make a few of these big cuts and also set the branches that I do use in my design in position with a bit of wire. So the pruning and the wiring is quite stressful for the tree. So actually I think repotting I will do the next time. So that's probably going to be next year in fall. And again then it might need a little pruning and wiring as well, but not nearly as much as today. So today the big stress is pruning and wiring. Next year the main stress will be placing it in a smaller bonsai pot. So let's begin. The creative process of styling a bonsai can be complex, but actually in case of this tree it's not that hard because it's very tall. And anything that's growing above this level I can't use anyway because the trunk size isn't big enough for this tall of a tree. So cutting this off is a simple step one. And from there on I can start making up my mind which branches exactly I will use in my design. But as you can see the branch structure is not that complex, so this is quite an easy tree to style. Okay, so in reducing the length of the trunk, I do need to select something that's a side branch right now that will be the continuation of the trunk. So in this case I think this will be a nice continuation of the trunk. So I'll keep this and I'll cut just above that. And I'll leave a stop just to make sure that the tree can recover, and later on I can reduce that when this part died off and this is the new trunk. So that's one cut. The old secondary trunk or side trunk now is very tall, so I'll for sure remove till here and maybe a little bit more. And then this used to be the shorter trunk, so actually I'm thinking that this will be the new leader. So I'll cut just before that and this will be wired to go up. So this will be the new secondary trunk and this will be the new main primary trunk. Again, leaving a stop like that. So these are the big cuts. So the size of the tree has been reduced. These are going to be the new trunks. They will need to develop and grow thicker. Right now it looks a little bit odd. And with these remaining branches I'll start making up my mind on how to design them. Styling a bonsai tree and applying these sort of techniques correctly is one of the most difficult parts in creating a bonsai tree. You can check out our YouTube channel for videos about these techniques, but perhaps also consider enrolling in one of our online bonsai courses. Here, expert teachers explain all the relevant techniques in detail, and as a student you can also ask questions directly to the teachers. Each of our online bonsai courses have free previews available in the curriculums. Simply go to bonsaiempire.com/courses. Finished pruning and wiring the tree. I think this will be a nice little bonsai tree. Like I said, there's many branches and we actually decided to keep the majority of them so that we have more options also next year when we do the final styling of the tree and the repotting. But for now I think the tree will be happy with a bit more foliage and grow faster. We cut off the tops at these parts, so these are the new apexes. I bent them upwards again so that they can really develop, and I won't prune these branches at all the next year. So this will be long shoots, and that will help thicken up these sections so that the difference between the trunk and these new trunks will diminish over time. Other than that, I wired all the branches, set them in position, also add a bit of movement, so just slight S-curves and three-dimensional bends, just to make the tree look a little nicer and more natural. So this being a ficus tree, I'll keep it indoors in winter and then I'll move it outside in spring. The more light it gets, the better. So that means that when I put it indoors now, I'll find a south-facing window, lots of sunlight, a bit of fertilization in winter, not too much, and then in early spring I'll start adding more fertilizer again to make it grow healthily. And then the other thing is watering. So ficus trees, make sure they never dry out completely. So I'll keep a close eye on the soil. It's planted in an organic soil right now, so that won't be very difficult because the organic soil really retains water easily. The only thing I didn't mention is all the wire we added now. It won't grow that fast during winter, so I expect that the wire will be in here for maybe 4 or 5 months. So sometime spring, perhaps even late spring, I'll have to remove the wire. It's not a rule how many months you have to wait. It really depends on the tree and how fast it grows. So before it starts to damage the branches, make sure to remove the wire. That's it for now. So Second session for the tree. From last time, this secondary trunk was much more developed than it is right now. There were a few branches here and they have died off, and the reason was that I kept this tree in my kitchen but a little too close to the water cooker, so hot steam was flowing next to the tree. So unfortunately we're now left with a very straight trunk with no branches. So there's not much I can do to improve that. It will take a long time for this to grow new branches in the right places, and still this is also quite straight. So the only thing I can do is go for a new plan, a new design. So this will come off, and actually with this very straight section here, I'm not very sad about it either. So let's take that off. I'll just first cut here and I'll remove a bit more later. That opens up a big hole here, but it's not really an issue because we have some branches here that we can take over. This is a developed branch as well that can fill that gap, so with a bit of wire that will be totally fine. So the apex on the front of the tree really developed quite strongly, so I'm thinking of reducing it and bringing it back perhaps to this branch or to this one. So for sure this can come off. I'll leave this for now as well. We can always prune more later. So those are the big cuts for now. What the tree needs is a bit of wire to set some branches in position. I don't want to wire it completely now. And then in the next spring we can place this in a nice bonsai pot, and that's it. I think the tree is now ready for a nicer bonsai pot. So the pot that I have in mind is this very simple glazed pot. I already prepared it. And so today will be a very simple repotting of the ficus into a similar sized pot. It's a little smaller, but pretty almost identical in size. It is early spring right now, which is a good time to repot trees. I kept this ficus indoors in winter, but in a relatively cool room. So tropical tree you could repot any time of the year really, but since I kept it in a slightly cooler room than it will be in summer, it will start to grow much stronger. It's already starting, you can see these new leaves appearing. So totally fine to repot it today. It's still a little cold here in the garden, so I do need to be a little careful with the tree. As soon as I repotted it, I'll just bring it indoors again, so it won't get too cold. If you like this video, please help us by hitting the like button or subscribe to our channel. Learn how to create your own bonsai trees by enrolling in one of our online bonsai courses. We explain techniques like pruning, wiring and repotting, and you can ask questions to the teachers. For the curriculums and free lessons, go to bonsaiempire.com/courses.